Hello everyone, Brony 24 here, and this is not a good night for me. I was actually about to sign off my computer and go to bed and, wake up tomorrow morning, which would be Saturday, and, work around the house and stuff, because I have shit to do. Fortunately, I've very recently, very, very recently, as in, the past, hour or so, actually, it's been a little bit longer than that. It's been about 2 hours or so. I have learned that, Minty Root, the creator of the Project Thundercloud series, or more, accurately, Dinkys Destiny, which I had reacted to, not even 12 hours ago. This has been out for such a short time. Minty has basically announced on their Tumblr and on Twitter that they are canceling Dinkys Destiny series, and that they are basically no longer going to do any more animations. Why? Because basically, in Dinkys Destiny, there were a couple of flaws in there. Minty was quite aware that there were a little bit of issues here and there with some animation stuff there, but he was overall just content with it, and the fact that it should be done out there. But that's the animation part, which was their area. But it was a group project. It wasn't just Minty that was involved here. It was a collaboration of multiple people in there. And one of the big F-ups was the fact that the producer, known as Slashy, he really done goofed in the fact that Scribbler was supposed to be the Princess Luna for that episode, but apparently Slashy went behind everyone else's back and swapped out who the Luna VA was for Genabun. And no one knew about this at all. Minty didn't know it. None of the other people who assisted with the project knew about it. Scribbler didn't even get to find out about it until the final product got released. Genabun, unfortunately, did not do good doing Luna, and it stood out a lot. And now a lot of people are giving Minty flack for the Luna voice actor, and this swap, and some various animation errors and stuff here and there, although the animation bit is really very, very minor compared to the whole issue with the Luna voice actor. And Minty's taking all this flack, and it's Minty's not the one who's responsible for this. Minty did their job, which was to animate. They made the animations. That was what their job was to do. Slashy was the producer. He overseed various projects and stuff. So, why? Why is Minty receiving all this flack for here? The reason why this is actually labeled as a quote-unquote rant is because of how Minty is no longer going to be doing any animations because of the negativity that everyone has been giving them over the last few hours. This video has not even been out for 24 hours yet. Hell, I don't even think it's even been out for 18 hours yet. But just the sheer number of people who are complaining about it and saying that it's basically Minty's fault, and hey, this is terrible, or the story is not well told, or something like that. It was intended to be a prologue, which is why it said Act 1 in the video. I mean, I know that the main title of the video, at least as the current time I'm making this recording, only says Dinkys Destiny, but when you watch the video, it says Act 1, meaning that it's not just one full episode and then that's it, and one full video and that's all there is. There's no sequel or nothing. No, it's an episodic series, and this is the first episode. It was a short episode, just to kind of get you into the area. The whole story's not going to be told to you right then and there. It established what it needed to be taught. It's the fact that Dinky is the main character that this thing is going to be rolling around, and we're trying to figure out what Dinky's Destiny is. And she was currently, from what was being shown on there, that she was having a nightmare in there, and you could tell with some of the stuff that ended up happening to her that she was absolutely dreaming. But a lot of people were complaining in the comments that it didn't make sense in the fact that they were suddenly in the dream realm. And it's like, if you were actually paying attention, actually watching the animation, it makes sense in the fact that it was a dream. For one thing, if Dinky actually was being chased by Nightmare Moon, and Dinky was falling to her inevitable death, why would Nightmare Moon use her magic to catch Dinky and try to hold and embrace her? This is Nightmare Moon we're talking about, not Luna. How is that alone not a dead giveaway in the fact that this is not real, and the fact that it's a dream? Minty is receiving so much flack for this, and it just baffles me how people can just freaking influence someone so much in such a short time that it just makes them completely change their pursuits and goals in such a short time. Minty has done a complete 180 in terms of their motivation for the project series and just animations in general. When they first released this episode, they were so hyped up for the release of it, and they were just so anxious to get started on the next part. Not even 10 hours after the thing got released, they're just blown. Minty's just blown away. It's just ridiculous. And I can understand constructive criticism. I absolutely can understand constructive criticism. I personally am a fan of constructive criticism between things, as long as it's a lot more constructive than there is criticism. Criticizing somebody alone is not good. But if you're able to do it in the way that it helps them, then you're actually doing constructive criticism, and you're doing it right. However, there's a lot of people who are saying that we're doing constructive criticism, but it's like one line of construction, and then the rest of it is just flat out criticism, and it just one of these things is not like the other, and it just completely overcrowds the other one. Think of it as Minty's point of view. Minty only dealt with the animation. There were other things that they couldn't deal with, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. And I have been chatting with Minty on Twitter as of like the last couple of hours, just trying to convince Minty to, not quit on this. And it's just, I can literally feel Minty's like emotions behind this kind of thing just from our text chats on Twitter. This is Twitter, where you can't communicate worth a shit per message. But just from the little bit that I'm getting here, I'm able to understand just how Minty feels about this, and that's why I'm so annoyed by this. And the fact that all the people who Minty believed were true fans and actually were really enjoying their content, was able to just take their constructive criticism and not really follow through with the constructive part, and has just basically blamed Minty for so much of the issues in Dinkys Destiny that they no longer want to do animations. And that's what disgusts me about people nowadays. I kid you not. I literally just got a message from them, from Minty, like, in the middle of, like, my last sentence. And, like, literally, it's basically saying, it's a bunch of name-calling, false information, and accusations. What a great way of starting the weekend. Like, this person's weekend's pretty much now fucked. If not more than that, depending on if they really do stop doing animations in general. Like, this is... People need to know the full story of things before they can actually, say something. Okay? If you actually even looked at the credits in the description of the video, it even says Minty was the one who dealt with the animations. In fact, I will read it word for word what Minty did. Minty Root, writer, director, main animator, character rigger, background artist. What did Slashy do? Slashy is the producer. Okay? Alright? Now, Slashy is the one who ended up making this little last minute change or what have you. And it's just the fact that people don't seem to understand that, and the fact that they're blaming Minty for this is just asinine to me. This should not be a huge issue. Like, Minty should not be having to deal with this kind of crap, but they are, and it's okay. Receiving bad flack for an animation that you did, you know, a long time ago, that would not be a huge issue. I don't give a shit about people when they say, like, my webcam quality was crap on, like, my first couple uploads, something like that, because that was a year ago. I have improved since then. But when you go like this, full brunt force negativity on an animation that is hot off the presses, so to speak, you're basically slapping the person in the face for giving you something. Like, it's like being a homeless person. Someone offers you a hamburger, and the homeless guy slaps you in the face because you didn't offer him steak. What the fuck? Think about that for a second. This person and the other people in the group busting their asses doing this kind of thing. What in the right mind gives anybody the right to criticize them at all? Like, in terms of what they've done, this is a lot better than more than the average person can do. There are some animators who are a fan of Minty Root that can do somewhat similar level quality. Shades of Everfree was in there. And you know what? Shades of Everfree was freaking approved of it. Loved the animation. Did say that they didn't care for the Luna voice actor. That's exactly how I felt about the whole thing. That's all that was needed to be said. But there are some people who just get super analytical about every little thing in there. And I don't understand this. I really don't understand why people have to get so analytical when it comes to animations in general. This applies to both fan-made content and freaking the canon shows. Why? Why? Why is it that you have to find every little nitpicking flaw in anything that exists out there? Do you stare at your food and look at it for 1 hour straight, looking to see if there's any little germs that you can see or a little piece of hair anywhere on it? No. You get that food and you're really hungry, you freaking eat it. You don't stare at that thing for an hour and just go, huh, I really hope that nothing lands on this thing. Oh man, I better hope that one dust particle over there doesn't touch my spaghetti. What the... This kind of thing just really, really annoys me. And I'm sorry if I do repeat things over and over again. This is literally my first time ever ranting about something. Because it's really hard to get underneath of my skin this much. It really, really is. But this is just asinine. In the fact that literally, I can view, every one of Minty Root's tweets and replies on Twitter right now. I am literally the only person communicating with Minty on Twitter trying to help him right now. I don't know if it's either just simply because it's, 3:30 in the morning. I don't know. But time zones are different across the world. Minty does not have just a small group of fans. They don't all reside in my area. No, it's across the world in various countries. Why aren't more people aware of this? And it's because this is a fresh, new video, so not everyone has found it, and the announcement of them no longer want to do animations because of all this hatred is freaking more recent. Not many people follow this person's Twitter account. Minty Root, at the moment, let's see, Minty Root has a whopping 17,000 subscribers on there. 17,117 subscribers. Now, compare that to how many followers that they have on Twitter. 303. At the moment, I'm one of 303 people who actually am actively trying to help Minty Root right now. No one on YouTube is able to help him right now because that message hasn't been thrown across there. But with all the negativity that's in the comments section, how many of them people are actually going to give a shit and actually want to help? Minty, I really hope you are watching this and that some of what I said is, you know, hitting home, and the fact that even though I'm the only one who's currently voicing their opinions about this, know that there are other people out in the world who do actually give a shit about what you do, and the fact that what you do is actually pretty dang cool, and that I appreciate what you do and spend your shitload of time doing. You have busted your balls hours on this and months on this just because you enjoyed doing it, and the fact that so many other people are criticizing it and basically saying, hey, you're not good enough at all, so just end it. Like, no more. You can't do it. You can't do this anymore. Just, that's it. That's all you can do. That baffles me in the fact that people are like that, but know that even though I'm the only one voicing my opinion out there, I know that there are other people out there who do want to voice their opinion out there, and they will voice their opinion out there. As soon as they catch wind as to what in the world's going on here, I guarantee you I'm not going to be the only one who's going to be voicing their opinion and trying to get you to come back here, because you are good at making animations. You are good at making animations. You do make flaws here and there, but none of us are perfect. No one is perfect. It is the flaws of the human beings that allow us to grow. We learn from our mistakes. We get better. We can never achieve perfection, but we do our damnedest to get as close as possible. I really do hope that you don't quit doing what you do, because I know that there's going to be a lot of people upset about it, and I know I'm going to be one of them, because you are by far my favorite animator, and I really don't want to see you end your little career of animation just because I always look forward to your stuff. I really do. Even though it's real spread out, your main projects are so spread out apart, but I get a lot of enjoyment watching them. I feel like it's worth the wait. It's like waiting for a movie it's like a sequel to your favorite movie. You can't wait to see it, and as soon as you find out, hey, it's coming out in like a month or two, you're like, yes! That's how I felt when I heard about Dinkys Destiny being done, and when I saw Dinkys Destiny trailer. Even though I didn't watch it, I made sure to make a comment on that video saying, I'm looking forward to this video. And I was overall not disappointed with it at all. I enjoyed it. As I said, the Luna voice actor was my only gripe about it, but that was not your control. That was not your fault. And others just don't seem to understand that, and there's only so much I can do, and there's only so much I can say. There's only so much distance that my voice can travel across the web. But know that I'm not the only one who wants you to stay and wants you to keep doing what you do. So please keep that in mind after you have finished watching this video. Others who are watching this who are not Minty Root, please let me know in the comments below just the fact that you did actually last this entire video. And please show some support to Minty Root, because this person is busting their butt making this stuff, and they do make good content, and I really would hate to see another MLP animator leave the fandom and stop doing what they do just simply because of a couple handful of people who don't know how to give good constructive criticism and are just being way too obnoxious with their opinions on how things should be, and that they want absolute perfection for things that are impossible to do. Alright? Okay, I think that's going to be the end of my rant here, everybody. Minty Root, I really hope you get to stay. I'll talk to you guys later.